Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, something that I've wanted to do for a little bit now. This video may be a little bit everywhere, but it's all about sticker paper. So as you guys know, I've recently gotten into printables. Not recently, but it's been a while. And I've been trying to get familiarized with sticker paper and how to print printables in the best way possible, so that not only is it affordable, but it's like just as beautiful and clear and crisp and quality wise as when you order it from a shop. And so I've done a lot of research. I hope this video is useful for all of you guys. I have some tips, some tricks, all of that. So let's get started. There's going to be timestamps for this video because I feel like I'm a little bit everywhere. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over these 3 sticker papers. So starting with this one, this is probably the one that you guys will notice from my channel before. Is the first sticker project paper I've ever used is from Avery. I bought this at Walmart. Not this one, but I used to buy this at Walmart. I think it was $10 for 10 of them, and then I realized that on Amazon they have a 15 pack. So like I said, this is Avery Inkjet Sticker Project Paper. It's a matte paper. All of these papers that I'm showing you are going to be matte paper. I have shown this paper on my channel before, so this is what the front looks like, and then the back looks like this, and there are slits. Do you hear my dog? There's slits in the paper. You can see right here and here. So it's super easy to peel off. You can find this anywhere. You can find this at your local craft store. You can find this on Amazon. Like I said, I used to buy this at Walmart, and then I figured out that you can buy it on Amazon, and it's $15.99 on Amazon, and there is 15 in here. So it is $1.06 per sheets Canadian dollar. So this I'm doing in Canadian, but because I bought it on Amazon.ca, but I'm sure in the US it would be a little bit cheaper. I really like this paper. I like how smooth it is. I like how easily accessible it is. You can find it at Staples, you can find it at Michael's, you can find it at Walmart, you can find it on Amazon, you can find it anywhere, and it works. It does the job. All right, the next 2 companies I'm going to show you are online companies. They're the companies that most sticker shops use. I've heard a lot about them. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things, so I wanted to test them out myself. For these, you can go on their website, both of them, and you can buy samples, free samples of whichever sticker paper you want. I got 3 varieties from both websites, and you can get 3 sheets of each variety. So 3 is the max. I know one of them you were able to choose like 1 or 2 or 3, but you're allowed to get 3 sheets per variety, and I got 3 varieties from each. I don't know how many varieties you're allowed to get, but that's what I did. So we're going to start with online labels. So these are all American websites, so these dollars are going to be in American. All right, I'm just covering my name. This is how it came. It came with this instruction I didn't even read, just basically telling you about online labels. And then this is how the sticker paper came. So it was sectioned by paper type. So the first thing I noticed is that this was the only way of labeling the stickers, which I did not like, because if you're trying to test out sticker paper, like, you need it to be labeled so that you know what you're trying. But anyways, so like I said, you get 3 of each. The first one I got is standard white matte. So this is what it looks like. It's white, it's crisp, it's very hard to tell the difference with the front and the back. Now that I do that, you can definitely tell the sides more yellow than this side. So that's standard white matte. I got white gloss. I don't know why I got this. I guess because online labels didn't have that many options for matte, so I wanted to try glossy. Got 3 each, but this is what the gloss looks like. It's glossy. I am not a fan of glossy paper. but I know that people love it for the color payout. So this is the glossy, and then this is the weatherproof matte, which I learned is basically premium matte. That's what they call it. You got 3, and this is what it looks like. So it's kind of sheeny, a little bit more than the basic matte. It just feels nicer, it feels smoother. It does feel very similar to glossy, just without the squeak, but it doesn't feel as like rough as matte. So all right, so these are the 3 I got. We're gonna go over them side by side. Again, I'm scared that I'm gonna mix them up. These are the papers side by side. This is standard white matte, this is white gloss, this is premium matte. That's what I'm going to call it on the website. It's called weatherproof matte. We're going to go over them now. The standard white matte, which looks like this, is $12.95 for 100. Now, you can do a bunch of different quantities. The higher you go, the cheaper they are per sheet. But this one, we're going to just do, for all of them, we're just going to do as if you bought 100, which is the most like bang for your buck without like spending a ridiculous amount. So this, like I said, standard matte is $12.95 USD. All of these are going to be in USD. $12.95 USD, which comes out to 13 cents per sheet. So $12.95 USD, 13 cents per sheet for the standard white matte. Next, we have the white gloss, which is $49.95. Obviously, glossy is going to be more expensive, so that's $49.95 for 100. That comes out to 50 cents per sheet USD for the white gloss. And then last but not least is the weatherproof matte, which is premium matte, which is this one. That is $59.95. It is the most expensive out of the 3. $59.95 USD, which comes out to 60 cents per sheet USD. Again, if you're getting 100 sheets of each. So again, you have standard white gloss premium matte, and you have 13 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. So those are the prices for online labels. That is what they look like next to each other. Again, you can see this is the whitest one. This one is a little bit yellow, but you have the glow, and then this one is completely matte. So those are from online labels. Next up is sheet labels. It came like this in this envelope. There's no support pretty much, but they came with some cardstock, so they weren't bent at all. I placed my first order and then I realized I forgot to get the third one, so I just placed another order. I thought they weren't going to give it to me, but they did. So this is how they came. It came a lot more nicely packed than online labels. That is definitely something that I noticed and appreciated from sheet labels compared to online labels. I feel like online labels just threw it in an envelope with no protection whatsoever. Obviously the envelope was a lot sturdier, but there was no protection or labels on anything. So take that how you want. Obviously these are just samples, but you know, samples are supposed to give you a good kind of first impression. So this is how they came. They came on actual sticker paper, the invoices. I put some stickers just so you don't have my address. So this is how it came, like I said, and every single sheet is labeled, which I really appreciated. So first up, we have the Spectacle White, which is kind of sheet label's own version of a sticker paper. It feels like heaven. It doesn't feel like matte. It doesn't feel like premium matte. It feels like something in the middle. Like, I can't really explain it, and I love the way it looks. Like, it just feels so luxury. So that is Spectacle White, which again is trademarked for sheet labels only. And then you have white uncoated, which is their version of just standard matte. It feels like matte paper, but again, really nice, like a lot nicer than regular matte. But when you put these side by side, this one definitely feels a lot smoother, whereas this one's a little bit more grainy. But the colors are very similar. Like you can't even like really tell. Oh, you can tell. This one just is a lot more crisp compared to this one, but both really nice. And then last but not least is the weatherproof, so premium matte. And as you can see, it's the brightest of the bunch. So this is what they look like all side by side. This weatherproof feels like butter, like literal butter. When you put the spectacle and the weatherproof, you can definitely tell a difference, not only like in the whiteness, but in like the crispiness kind of. You could definitely tell a difference. And this one just feels like butter compared to this one. And this one compared to the matte just feels like night and day. Like this feels like glossy compared to this, which it's not. It's just premium matte. So those are the three next to each other. I love how they were labeled on the top. Obviously your paper won't come like that when you buy it in bulk, I'm guessing, but for samples I really like this. All right, so pricing. Standard matte was $22.89 USD, which comes out to 23 cents per sheet, again US dollars. So standard matte, 23 cents per sheet. Then you have the spectacle matte, which is kind of in between premium and regular standard. This was $32.89. That is 33 cents per sheet USD. These are prices if you are buying 100 sheets, which I feel like if you are printing your own stickers, that would be kind of like the size that everyone would get. And then the premium matte from Sheet Labels was $62.89 USD, which comes out to 63 cents per sheet. So you have 23 cents, 33 cents, 63 cents, standard matte, spectacle matte, premium matte. That is it from Sheet Labels. I did not get glossy just because I don't like glossy. I don't like it. Online labels didn't have as many options for matte, which is why I did get the glossy. But from Sheet Labels, this is what I got. I didn't get any glossy. So I'm sorry if that's what you are here for. I did not get that. And the last thing I wanted to do before we go into actually printing is go through them side by side. All right, so this is Sheet Labels. This is Online Labels. Regular, standard, matte. This is them next to each other. I would say this one is a little bit more white than this one. So you have them side by side. They honestly both feel exactly the same. I would probably say this one is a little bit smoother. Yeah, I would definitely say this one is smoother. This is the Online Labels one. But this one is whiter. And again, the price difference with these two, you have Online Labels 13 cents per sheet, and then you have Sheet Labels 23 cents per sheet. That is a 10-cent difference with the two. So take that as you want. And then I also wanted to do a comparison to the Spectacle Inkjet from Sheet Labels versus the Online Labels standard matte, because they don't have a spectacle matte. Honestly, guys, these feel identical. Like, these look identical. I would say they are literally identical with color wise. Maybe this one's like a little bit more crisp, but the feeling is the same, which makes me think that more options for Sheet Labels makes them have like less of a quality for their standard matte. Like, their higher price matte compared to the standard matte on Online Labels, they feel the same. Like, maybe this one's a little bit smoother, but honestly, they feel pretty identical. And the price difference for these, This is 13 cents compared to this, that's 33 cents. 13 cents, 33 cents. And they feel like almost identical. Like the spectacle mat feels closer to the standard mat than the actual standard mat. So take that again as you want. All right, and then like I said, I didn't get glossy for sheet labels, so we're just going to compare the premium mats, which looking at them side by side, the sheet labels is a lot yellower than the online labels. So you have them exactly side by side. When it comes to texture, this one feels, they both honestly feel the same. I feel like I'm touching the exact same paper. This one might feel a little bit smoother. But this one's a lot more yellow. So this one's yellower and a little bit more rough, and this one's smoother and whiter. So I guess it depends what kind of paper you're going for. The price difference for these, this is 63 cents per sheet, and this one is 60 cents per sheet. So only a 3 cents difference for the two. So you have premium mat, 63 cents, sheet labels, premium mat, 60 cents, online labels. And then just for fun, we're gonna do the premium weatherproof inkjet from online labels versus the spectacle inkjet. And yeah, these you can't even compare. Like this is so much more buttery smooth than this, and this is a lot more like bam bright white in your face compared to this. So this is definitely not premium white, it's just kind of like a nicer quality standard white matte, I would say. All right, and the last thing I wanted to mention, I didn't mention before, shipping at online labels to Canada is $25.13 USD, whereas on sheet labels it's $25.99 or $50 and up gets free shipping. So you do have the option of free shipping on sheet labels, whereas you don't have that option with online labels. I just wanted to say that. Now we're going to cut to me at work printing on these new sticker papers. All right, guys, so don't mind the screen. Obviously, I'm at work and I don't have the access to like screen record this screen, so I'm just going to film it like this. But basically, I'm showing you guys how to print from Etsy. So if you're using a desktop, you will just go to your purchases and reviews. I'm trying to keep this as steady as possible. And mine are very far that I'm going to show you how to print. We're going to start off with these from Paper Crown Planner. You're going to click download files and it's going to open up and it'll look like this. You're going to click download. And then this one is a different one. Sometimes this happens. Basically, the file is too large for the shop owner to upload on Etsy. So she basically just made a Google form, which you can access. Once you click this little link, I've done this just to make sure it works. It'll open up something like this. You just download it and the file will look like this once you're done downloading. So obviously, depending on what printables you guys are doing, it'll be different to which file you need. Right now, I'm showing you guys how to cut and print your own stickers without using a machine. So obviously, PDF will be the one that we're using. And then this is what it looks like. So a paper crown is awesome because she does different skin tones. So let's say we start off with page 1. So this is page 1. So I just picked the brunette. So what I'll do is I'll go through and figure out which pages I want to download. So definitely this one. This is where you guys can pick and choose whichever sheets you want. I don't really need that one. 4, again, don't really need. I think that's it. 5, yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm just gonna print 1 and 2. So now what you're gonna do, my computer here is extremely old. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go into your computer and just make sure that your print quality is at high quality. I'll link some videos down below that I've watched that I thought I was going to be able to share with you guys some tips, but this computer is so old So this is what we're working with. Just make sure that, of course, it's high quality, and you can also change your media type. Here I use cardstock, but you can use like glossy paper or whatever that may be. But just make sure that you fix your print settings. Again, I will link some videos that I watched down below. Hey guys, editing Vanessa here. I need to cut in here because I need to tell you the most important tip that you're going to learn from this entire video. Do not forget to click actual size before you print. Do not click fit to screen. Do not click fit to paper. Do not do a custom scale. Actual size, because the boxes are already sized to fit the Erin Condren or whatever you're using. They're already the right dimensions. If you go and change the dimensions, then your boxes will not fit. So very, very, very important. You always need to print actual size. Okay, thanks. Once that's done, what I like to do is print out a paper copy. So not using my sticker paper, but using just regular paper, just to make sure that everything looks up to my standards. So like I said, I'm at work, so I'm using a massive industrial size printer, and this is what my quality looks like. Obviously, as you can tell, the brightness is nowhere near comparable, but it is what it is, and honestly, I'm really grateful for that. All right, so starting off with online labels. So we're gonna do all the same like this, and then I'm gonna pick my favorite and show you guys why it is my favorite, but it's a little bit hard to tell what's the front, what's the back. Actually, it's not. You can kind of tell, but just make sure to keep your papers straight up like this, because there's no lines in the back to tell you that that's the back and this is the front. Also, another thing, I'm gonna roll over here. Another thing you need to make sure is that you are putting it in the right way. So here you can see that my printer is letting me know that I have to put the front facing that way. Every single printer is different, so just make sure you understand how to put your paper. I don't know if I'm making sense. You can look here, it's telling you that this is going to be the top, so make sure to put it in the proper way. What I used to do at the beginning was take a star and put it on some regular paper, and that way I'll know if it'll print on the front or the back. All right, then again, we're gonna do high quality. You really wanna make sure that you are printing in color so you do not waste. And then you're gonna go ahead and print. I do recommend to put in one piece of sticker paper at a time. Do not put like a stack of sticker paper, because you want it to be as flat as possible every single time, if that makes sense. I'm really nervous. So again, this is online labels, standard matte. Ooh, I really like it. Okay, and it's important to always let it dry before touching it. So I'm gonna leave that for a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and print the other sheets, and we'll do a little time lapse. All right, before I actually show you guys what my kits look like, I just wanted to preface this by saying it's extremely important to get to know your printer. Every single printer has different functions and different settings. Every single computer has different functions and settings. How you set up your Mac is different than how you set up your Windows. How you set up your HP printer is different than how you set up your Samsung printer or whatever. I'm just saying names. So it's very important to set up your printer and your computer properly. It's important to always go into properties and print at the highest quality. I'm going to link some videos down below that I watched so that I can learn how to make sure that my printer is always at the highest setting. But saying that, I realized that this video is pretty much a fail, and I'll explain why. These are the 3 kits that I wanted to print out. At first, I wanted to print out just this one to really tell the difference with all 6 different sheets of sticker paper. And then I realized that that's such a waste of paper, and I'm really into saving the environment, and I didn't want to do that. So I did 3 different kits that we can see. First thing I want to do is show you the difference with my printer and what the actual listing looks like online for each of them. So this is the first one. This is my print. This is the listing. And then there is this one. And then there is this one. So you can see they all look very different. I am printing at work from a industrial sized printer. I work at a hospital, as most of you guys know, and so the quality is not going to be the most amazing. And when I went to change the properties on my computer, I realized that I don't really have much options like I showed you. And so I don't even know if I'm going to upload this video because I just feel like it's a fail. But anyways, let's just start. So this is what it looks like on a regular printer paper, okay? And this is what it looks like on the Avery sticker paper. So yeah, this is what it looks like with the Avery paper. You can tell the paper doesn't really make a difference. This is regular printer paper, and this is sticker paper. It looks great. It looks a lot paler than the actual listing photo, but that's something that I'm used to with my printables, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people have to deal with when they do printables. So that is Avery sticker paper, like I said. All right, and to be honest with you, this is when I realized, and I feel like you may even be able to see it in the video, this is when I realized that I am doing this video for nothing, okay? This is what it looks like on regular printer paper, okay? All right, so again, these are from online labels, okay? So I only used online label sheets for this kit. So you have standard matte, this is glossy, and this is weatherproof premium matte. You guys, they all look identical. You can't even tell a difference, okay? I feel so discouraged, and I just feel like this video is useless because if I can't change my properties on my printer, then the sticker paper does nothing. And I feel like that was so, like, I'm saying it's a fail, but that's so informative. If your printer qualities aren't set to each individual paper, the difference won't matter. Like, this is on regular paper and it looks identical as these 3, which they don't look identical. Like, let's go through them really quickly. I'm going to try to zoom in. Oh, this is standard matte. I love the way this looks, you guys. I think it looks so clean. It looks so crisp. The colors look really, really good. And I wanted to keep them in full sheets because I feel like you can get a gist of what it looks like. This is the glossy. Of course, glossy always looks 10 times better. Look at that shine. And when you compare the two, I feel like, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on paper, on the camera, but this one is definitely brighter than this one. Yeah, you can definitely tell. This one, I'm just looking at these 2 pizza boxes. This is a lot more red than this one. Look at this gray compared to this one. It's totally different. So this is glossy, this is matte, and then this is the weatherproof premium matte, which again looks really good, feels really good, and when you put them side by side, you can definitely tell a little bit of a difference. Again, looking at the hearts on the pizza boxes, this one's a little bit more red, and then when you're looking at these two colors, this one's a lot darker than this one. Like, these colors don't look the same. But when I take my printer paper, these two are identical. Whereas these two are not. So I think the premium matte and the glossy definitely bring out more of the vibrant color compared to the standard matte. When I look at the glossy versus the premium matte, you guys, they literally, oh no, this is glossy. Okay, I was a little confused. They give off the same vibe. Obviously, this is definitely glossy and this is definitely like premium matte, but it gives off that glossy vibe without the cost and without the feeling of glossy. Both very, very similar. Let me know if you can tell a difference, because I can't really. So yeah, a little bit of a fail. I think I truly learned the lesson that printer settings is everything, and this is exactly proof. These are completely different papers, all printed with the same quality, and so they look all the same. So if you don't fix your printer settings, doesn't matter which printer paper you're using, because they're all going to look the same. But obviously glossy and premium matte pick up the color a little bit more. But honestly, guys, I'm just a matte girl. Like, I would choose the standard matte over the other two every time. And I did. I printed my second sheet also in the standard matte, and I just love the way it looks, you guys. It's so crisp, it's so clean, it feels so nice. So that is from Online Labels. I also wanted to compare these two together. Obviously it's completely different vibe, but this one is so much smoother, and when you look at it together, look how white this paper is compared to that one. Look at that. You can totally tell, and I like how the white makes the color pop. Like, I love it. This one's a lot more yellowy compared to this one, and they're both standard matte, and this one just feels like butter. It just feels nicer. So I just wanted to put these two papers next to each other so you can fully see the difference. All right, and these ones are from Sheet Labels. So this is what it looks like when I printed it on regular printer paper. And then this is how they came out. So this one is standard matte. I love the way it looks. I think it looks clean. It feels good. It feels nice. Here's what it looks like. I think it's a lot cleaner than usual, which I really, really appreciate. Like, I feel like this is really nice. So that is standard white matte. This is the Spectacle Inkjet, a lot whiter, and it kind of washes it out a little, I must say, because the paper is so white, it kind of washes out the lighter color. All right, so I feel like you can definitely tell. Look how bright this is compared to this one. Like, it's very washed out, and you can tell when I put the papers next to each other, this one is a lot more yellow than this one. This one's a lot more white. You can definitely tell this one is a lot more crisp and bold, whereas this one's a little bit more washed out. And then this is the premium matte. You guys, I am not feeling this one. Like, it feels gorgeous. Like, this is beautiful. But again, it's very, I don't know, it's very yellow. Like, this is the Spectacle, and this is the Weatherproof. Look at the difference. So when you have them next to each other, this one's a lot more yellow than this one. Look at this box compared to this box. Look at these two colors. They're not even the same. They all look so different. Like, if you're just looking at these three colors, if I'm pulling in the regular matte, I would say the regular matte looks pretty identical to the printer paper. You have regular matte, premium matte, Spectacle, printer paper. And I find they all look so different. I definitely don't like the yellow. I'm just not feeling these like I'm feeling online labels, which is very surprising because I really thought I was going to prefer sheet labels. When I do put these ones side by side, so this is from sheet labels, this is from online labels, you can tell this one is a lot whiter than this one. This one's more yellow. You can definitely tell. Texture wise, guys, they feel very, very similar. I don't remember if I said that before the printing, but after the printing, maybe this one's a little bit smoother. The last thing I wanted to do was cut on these. So I don't have a ruler. So this is the standard. Cuts pretty nicely, honestly. I'm kind of used to standard paper. And then this is the premium. Ooh, it's so much smoother. Kind of putting the same force. Ooh, you see, this one doesn't. Oh. Okay, this one doesn't peel up as nicely. This one's definitely a lot stickier than this one. But this one peeled up so much nicer than the premium matte. And then last but not least, glossy. I've never had to cut glossy paper before. Oh, I cut that a little bit too much. But again, super smooth. Super easy to cut. Oops. And super sticky. So, those were cuttings for online labels. And then this will be cutting for sheet labels. So you have regular matte. Super nice. This sticker paper is a lot stickier than my Avery paper that I'm used to. I must admit that, which can be a good thing or can be a bad thing. I love that I'm able to pick up my Avery paper even a week after I put it down. This premium, oh, this is not premium. This Spectacle inkjet is also really easy to pick up. Very sticky. I would say the Spectacle inkjet is a lot stickier though than the premium, a lot stickier than the regular matte. And then premium matte, we did have issues with the premium matte on the online labels, so let's test out here. No, that comes up real quick, but this is super nice, super sticky. So for sheet labels, they're all really easy to cut and peel off, and I feel like it's a lot smoother to cut than when I do cut my Avery. I do want to be careful because I will use everything on this sheet. They just feel a lot smoother, guys. And it's nowhere near as sticky. But did you hear how this sounds compared to... It's just so much smoother compared to the Avery paper, which is what I'm used to, you know? So that was the cutting test, which that is exactly how I cut my printable stickers. I use an X-Acto knife on a board. I don't have the board here with me or else I would show you, but I will literally use this and cut out everything with a ruler. I'll put on a movie or a TV show and I'll just cut. It's super therapeutic for me. I'll try to do like 4 different kits at a time and I'll take the time to cut them. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Final verdict. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the online labels. It's cheaper compared to the sheet labels. It's just whiter, it's crisper. But I think I'm gonna stick with my standard matte. That's what I enjoy, that's what I like. And I definitely like the whiter paper compared to sheet labels. When it comes to online labels, it's just a lot crisper and whiter. And when it comes to sheet labels, it's just a lot more yellow. And I think I want white, as white as possible. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys took something away from this video. Like I said, the videos that I watched for printer settings will be linked down below. I hope you were able to find a sticker paper that you think you're gonna like. Of course, I always recommend getting samples before you buy in bulk, and they're free, so why not? You don't even have to pay for shipping. So that's definitely what I would recommend. I really enjoyed filming this video, and I hope you guys were able to take something away from it, even though it was kind of a fail for what I wanted it for, but I'm still really happy that I did this. If you guys need any help or have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram. It's at Plan with Nessa. If you guys have any other videos that you'd like to see from me, please let me know down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.